Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at more Am I Wrong stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. Am I wrong for refusing to wake my boyfriend up in the morning, which made him almost lose his job? So, I have been with my boyfriend for almost a year, and during our entire relationship, he has struggled with waking up in the morning because of his ADHD. He sleeps through all of his alarms, which usually means he's late for work. Sometimes it's only 10 to 15 minutes, but it can also stretch to 1 hour. His boss likes him and has given him plenty of chances, but yesterday he got his last warning that if he doesn't show up on time, he will lose his job. We have had a couple of discussions and arguments about this over the last year because he believes it's my responsibility as his girlfriend to wake him up, but I don't. Despite me waking up from his alarms and being able to shove him out of bed if need be, I don't think it's my responsibility. He's an adult, has known about his ADHD since he was a child, and should by now have found some method that works. Him making it my responsibility turns me into a caregiver, a mother instead of a girlfriend. This doesn't mean I refuse to help him whatsoever. I have done plenty of research to find alternative methods, but either it didn't work or he refuses to do it. And I do wake him when his alarms go off, but he decides to go back to sleep right after. Had he not done that, I would gladly wake him up every single day. And I know this is only my perspective and is mostly not true from his, but when he decides to just go back to sleep, it makes it seem like he doesn't want to try. Not to mention the fact that he's especially grumpy and angry in the mornings and have on several occasions yelled at me for both waking him up and for not waking him up. And I don't want to help if he's just going to get more mad, even though I know he doesn't mean it. But when his boss gave him his last warning yesterday, I felt so much guilt. Because had I just woken him up and had been persistent, he wouldn't be in this situation. Is it my responsibility? Am I in the wrong for not helping? Or should he, as an adult, be able to do this himself? Because I kind of feel like the asshole, but also not. I mean, the boyfriend finally has to learn that his actions have consequences. If you don't wake up on time for work, you're gonna get fired. And I think it's crazy, the fact that he knew that, but he still didn't wake up early. Boy, what are you doing? He just can't always use ADHD as an excuse. Because if he's using ADHD as an excuse, is he saying everyone with ADHD can't wake up early? You're making everyone who has ADHD look bad. I mean, a lot of people with ADHD, they learn to adapt. So I think the boyfriend is just relying too much on his girlfriend. I think also the fact that he blamed his girlfriend for this says a lot about his character. It's your job, your responsibility. You wake up yourself, because what the hell? If you have nobody, then who are you gonna blame? You know what I mean? Like, if he was single, what is he gonna do? He's not going to work, he's not going to wake up at all. What is he going to do? Because I'm pretty sure he would have found a way if he was single. But because he has his girlfriend, he's just relying on her. Am I wrong for refusing to give my niece what she wants for her birthday? Yesterday we had a big family gathering, which meant my older sister and her daughter came over. For half of the day, everything was well and good. After lunch, my sister got tired, so I volunteered to look after my niece when my sister took a nap. Now, I have a collection of stuffed animals and 20 centimeters dolls, which I let my niece play with when her mother napped. Then my sister woke up, joined us, and we spent some more time together before she announced it was time for them to leave. This was when my niece pointed at the doll I was holding and said she liked him, and that she wanted me to give it to her. I told her that she could get any other doll or stuffed animals that she wanted from my collection, just not this one. My niece got really upset and started crying, saying that her birthday was coming, it's next week, and she wanted that doll as a present. Again, I told her I couldn't give him to her, explaining to her that he was very important to me. I didn't tell my niece in detail about why he's important to me, because she's still too young to understand, but I will explain it here to give her a clearer picture. I've had this doll for a long while now, back in the darkest time of my life, and nothing seemed to go right for me. I was advised to find an outlet, letting out my thoughts either in the form of writing or drawing. One of my drawings was the design for the doll in this post. I spent a lot of time with it, shading it, coloring it, and all that. Then I got the idea of turning the drawing into something physical. I searched and eventually found someone I trusted that could help me with this. For months we worked together, choosing the materials, fabrics, and threads to make my doll's body, hair, and eyes. A lot of money was spent, but the process helped my mind be in a better place, and the result was so worth it. I was so happy the day I had him in my hands, and since then he's been my emotional support doll. I don't know if it's strange, but whenever I look at him, I just feel like I can overcome everything. So yes, he's very important to me. My sister told me maybe it was time to let go of him. Again, I told them I could give my niece any other dolls and stuffed animals she wanted, just not this one. My niece cried harder and started screaming. My sister told me I was being an overgrown child, that I need to act my age and stop clinging to a toy. It ended up with her leaving with my still crying niece telling me that I needed to prioritize my family over a doll. Well, the sister's not prioritizing her own sister. What a hypocrite! She's like, you need to prioritize your family. But clearly you're not prioritizing your own sister's feelings. Hypocrite. After this interaction, I would definitely hide my doll. Hide every single doll. Oh my gosh. And the niece needs to learn that you don't get everything that you want. And that's a good lesson for the niece. Good to learn that when you're younger than to have your child grow up to be an entitled brat, you know? So yes, let your kids know that there are some things that they can't have. And not everyone is going to say yes to them. Seriously, teach your kids that at an early age. Jeez, that's crazy. She cried harder? Dude, that's embarrassing. I mean, seriously, if I was the parent to that kid, I'd be embarrassed. Like, I don't get how the sister's not embarrassed, but that's embarrassing. Seriously. Am I wrong for refusing to move out even though my roommate is 7 months pregnant? Last week, my roommate Becca found out she's not only pregnant, but 7 months along. Okay. Well, I guess it happens. She texted me that she had to talk today and I had assumed she would be moving out soon for more space when the baby comes. Instead, she told me I have to move out to make space for the nursery and her baby daddy to move in. I'm on a terrible salary and cannot afford anywhere else to live in. Plus, like, she wants me to move out right now so she can prepare for the baby. Even if I wanted to move out now, my apartment rentals in my area are either too expensive or well below living standards, so I don't want to move. She went absolutely crazy the moment I told her I wouldn't move out, because I'm ruining her motherhood experience by not letting her family live together. I pay rent here and my name's on the lease, until at least the end of the year. I'm not going to pull out of the lease, and I told her that if she wants a little family together, then she should move, and I'll find someone to half the cheap rent with. That made her start crying and saying how I just want to ruin her life to the point her baby daddy had to console her and tell her to get out of the way already. I've not heard her stop crying since, but I think I'm totally valid that I don't want to leave. Yeah, that's totally valid. What's the baby daddy doing? You know, you knock someone up, but you don't have a place for them to stay. That's crazy, isn't it? That's crazy. Jeez. I mean, that's embarrassing. I'm sorry, but that's just her own problem, isn't it? Like, she's the one who's pregnant. So if you want a bigger place to stay, you move out and find a bigger place to stay. Like, you can't be pushing your own responsibility onto someone else. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!